Hi everybody, this is Dr. Brichter Von Doom.
Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm very pleased to give you a tour of my completed Lego zoo. It covers 4 32 by 32 base plates, has 10 different exhibits with over a dozen different terrestrial and aquatic animals. So we'll just start with a general overview. The entrance starts here and it corresponds nicely with a crosswalk in the Lego city. You can see once they enter through the gates there, they can go to the ticket kiosk where there is an attendant on duty to sell them tickets for entry. The exit is right adjacent to that, and there's a little bit of scaffolding with flower design there. As you enter, you then have the option of purchasing a map at the concession stand, which also has coffee, pop, and some other food items, as well as souvenirs, including safari hats. And if we can see it just back here, a lion helmet souvenir. There's also an access to the elephant exhibit, which we'll look at in just a moment. There's a little park bench to sit and have a snack with with a tree to provide shade. Then next to that, we have the aquarium, which I'm hoping to expand at some point, but space is at a premium. So we'll just go ahead and pop the lid off and have a better look here. So the skylight comes off, which allows us to have a better view inside. There's a manta ray, a number of different colored fish, and a baby sea turtle as well, with some crabs and starfish on the bottom. And the roof pops right back on, but does have a skylight to let some light in, just for big fig visualization like us. All right, then we head over into the North American and Arctic section of the zoo. So we have some otters, and you can see here that Alan Grant is taking a break from viewing vicious dinosaurs and likes to look at cute and cuddly little mammals as a relief. Speaking of cute and cuddly mammals, we have a seal family here, including a baby seal, which is very popular with the little girl there who's visiting it, and they're getting a rundown of the seals from this zookeeper. Right next to them, we have the North American caribou, which is the same species as the European reindeer. And these come from the Santa Claus sleigh set. Next, we have the polar bear. So I ordered this one through Bricks and Pieces and hoping to add a baby polar bear at some point. You can see a grandma has brought her son to see them, and you can see a homesick Wolverine has come to look at some Arctic animals. I quite like the rock structure for the habitat here. It just allows for very fun poses with the polar bear. Now, if we move back over to the other side of the exhibit, you get the African animals section of the zoo. So we have the adult and baby elephants here with a waterfall and a pool, as well as a tall tree for shade and some shrubbery. I'm quite happy with the size of this. Actually, I think it allows the elephants to have a bit of room to move around. And there's gate access here. The zookeeper is about to head in to do some maintenance. Up here we have exhibit for parrots, and there's the two types of coloring, the blue and yellow and the red and green, with just a little aviary build there to squeeze them in. Next to that is the monkey house, so I'll go ahead and pop the lid off. We can have a look inside. So you can see that the whole roof section comes off quite easily. And then inside you can see the 5 monkeys. They've got ledges and stools to play on, as well as a couple of branches to swing from, and zookeeper entry point is here. I quite like the sign on top, although I didn't design it. It came from a playset with a banana swing, which also contributed these stickers with the palm trees and the banana, which I think add a nice little bit of detail. You can see it's fun to have the minifigures posing. This lady seems quite amused by the antics of the monkeys. And this father is clearly quite impressed by the size of the elephants. I don't think it's showing up very well there. Oh, there we go. Moving on, we have the African crocodile with an egg about to hatch in the nest there. It's a bit of a long exhibit. There's lots of water there, but the crocodile actually poses quite nicely on the mud bank there. And then finally, probably my favorite exhibit, and I think the first one that I worked on is the African lion exhibit, complete with a pride rock for Mufasa and Simba there. We have a watering hole for the lions. We have a white lion cub as well, and then another lion on the prowl here. And there is a space underneath the rock, which I'm not showing you well at all, that they can get some shade in. And we have family enjoying the view there. And that little boy is quite impressed by the lions. There we go. And they're getting a tour from the zookeeper here as well. And finally, as a fun little play feature for the kids, the roads or paths are wide enough that this ATV can drive through when there are no visitors to the zoo. So after hours, they're able to come around and do their chores and maintenance. They have a brush and a shovel on the back for that, and then 2 crates full of food. So one with fish, which can feed a number of the animals here, and then of course bananas for the monkeys. So those can pop right off, and you can do some feeding time with the animals. So that's the rundown of my essentially completed zoo at this point. There might be a couple of minor tweaks and changes, but I think this general layout and level of detail is going to be what I stick with for quite some time. I'm very pleased with it. I think it's a fun addition to the center of my city, and it allows for a nice unobstructed view of the skyline at the back. And it allows a lot of minifigures to be posed for fun things. So stay tuned for an updated tour of my city. I'll go into how things currently stand in a bit more detail, but I was very excited to share the progress I'd made on the zoo, and I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I enjoyed working on it. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.